Hello, Miss. I will ask you a few questions. Number one, what have you done in the first days of January?
Hello, Alondra. Of course, in the first days of January, I spent some times dedicated to my work. I had to go back and forth from Puebla to Chiautla. I have to go check the school every day because they're doing some construction work. I have to check some paperwork too, and I have to supervise some work from teachers. So the first day, January 1st, I had a lot of meetings with my staff, from secretaries, teachers, and some other people to make sure that the organization of school was great.
What place have you gone?
I have visited some other places here in Morelos and Chiautla, some ranches, and I basically have been back and forth from Puebla to Chiautla. That was on this vacation. In general, I have visited some other places, very different places in the country, in Mexico and in other countries. But in general, I really like the area, the region of Morelos, Guerrero, and Puebla. That's kind of my favorite area when we're around here.
What place would you like to visit?
I would love to visit so many places here in the country, especially Chiapas. I think that's my favorite part. I guess my favorite state in the country. I would love to be there for like at least a week with my family. There are so many very different, interesting places there, like beaches, mountains, waterfalls, and canyons, jungle, and of course, archaeological sites that are some of my favorite places to be. I have to say that I really like history, therefore, the archaeological sites are some of my favorite things to do.
Where have you worked?
I have worked in different places and different institutions of higher education. I started working with private institutions like language schools for children, for teenagers, for professors, for engineers, etc. And then I started working for the public university in the state of Puebla, which is everybody knows it as WAP. That's I worked for almost 15 years as a professor there, and I taught in different levels of education, like high school and university. And then I also work abroad in some states in the United States as a counselor and as a teacher, as a primary teacher. And there I was teaching Spanish for English, I'm sorry, Spanish for foreigners and English for immigrants.
What have you eaten this day?
Okay, this morning I had coffee. That was the first thing that I had. I had a nice cup of coffee, and then I had to wait until almost noon, which is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I was working a lot. We have a meeting. We have a meeting with supervision and with other schools. We have an important day to sign some papers. And then I had to wait until 12 o'clock to eat something. I had some steak and I had salad. I had fries. I have some nice water. And then I came home and I had some dinner with my family. I had tostadas, tinga, and then later I had a little bit of rosca. Um, um, and that's it.
What do you plan to do on your next vacation?
I think, like I told you, the places that I would love to visit is to bring my family to Chiapas for at least a week, my daughter and my husband, so we can go to pyramids and to the famous canyon, and maybe to cross to another country in Guatemala. That's what I would love to do.